Today we're going to be reviewing the Ice Blue Strandberg Sälen, which Ola was kind enough to send over. It's basically like a really awesome Telecaster style guitar. Super modern. But before we get into specifics, let's actually check out a few clips of the thing in action. And so here we are. One of the first things you'll notice if you're comparing this to a normal Telecaster is the size. Clearly, even a normal Tele, which isn't really known to be a really big guitar, seems huge in comparison. But the cool thing, you know, I'm the kind of player, I've always liked all the little twists and quirks about a regular Tele. And this has all of those quirks, but you know, it has like the super awesome carbon fiber neck and just a million little things. Obviously, the body shape allows you to place it in any position, and but I just want to go ahead and mention this because one of the things that probably turns people off from buying one, I guess, is the fan frets. Like if you look at this. Like, here would be the normal angle that most of us would be, you know, looking down upon the neck and seeing. Like, you may be positioned about right here, right? You're looking down because that's where the strap is. Like, you're looking, so there's not really a major difference. Like, if I go over here. Now, you notice this? It looks almost like the frets are fanning. On the bass string sides, they're fanning in the opposite directions. See, that's really weird, isn't it? It's almost like it creates a straighter line when you're looking down on it. So, aside from the scale length benefits, there's actually that added benefit of kind of just correcting the angle of play, especially if you play with the right hand like I do. Another really cool thing I'd like to point out is the fact that you can lay this onto your bed or anywhere and you don't have to worry about it going out of tune because there's no headstock. And that is an enormous selling point for me as well because, you know, I'm always just trying to lay it somewhere and I have to retune. But, okay, so this is just an ingenious design, okay? The way you change strings this makes things so much easier. Like all you do is basically stick it through the end down here. You stick it through the end of this thing. You can kind of see this. My phone will focus. And you thread it up through there, and then, you know, you put it through one of these little holes and then clamp it down and then cut the string off. And that's it. The string changes are super fast. That is probably the fastest string change I've ever done on any guitar. And I think the neck just looks awesome on this one especially. I always really like these guitars with the rosewood neck, all rosewood necks. I'm not sure what wood this is, but it's got a paw ferro fingerboard. You know, but like a Tele with some of the Fenders, the ones they've been making are like that. And this is, you know, just like the Tesla version of a guitar or something. But like the Endure neck profile too. You totally instantly get used to it. But the fact that they've inserted all this carbon fiber and stuff into the neck, it just allows you to get a really flat fingerboard with impeccably perfect action. And I would also like to point out, this is another little feature. Like, if you've noticed, there's a bit of a bevel at the end of the Strandberg headstock. So if you play with a mute like I do, that's what this is. You can actually shift this all the way into that bevel so it's not coming off of the headstock, and you still get, you know, you still get all of your tones that way. It's not like you have to take the mute on or off. So that's a nice added little bonus. It's also worth mentioning that you can play these things for hours on end, and I don't know, it's all the little details that have been made in the engineering. You can play one for hours and it basically does not mess up your hands like a lot of other guitars will just, you'll just be like, ugh, this part of my hand hurts, or this, no, none of that. Also, because I don't know what it is, if it's because of the materials of the neck or the fact that it's like this aluminum aircraft metal bridge that they've constructed, there's amazing note clarity when you play a chord. So like you can play like a really messed up chord, and all the strings, all 6 strings or whatever, and you can hear every note, assuming you've got your technique right, down, and your action set the way you want. It's just amazing note clarity, and also, these the Sir pickups they're kind of like vintage pickups, right? But it's just a nice coming together of ideas, because you have like this ultra modern design and playability, but you can get these vintage tones. And of course I'm using a GK3 that goes into some Boss and Rollins stuff, which I also really like. But these pickups are just like, give you those really awesome vintage tones as well, but with the increased playability afforded by the neck.